In this video, I like to share day one of my experiences in working with the teachers and helping them understand the power of design thinking and actually experiencing the creative problem-solving methodology themselves. Some of the images that you'll see in this video are straight from my presentation that I used during the workshop. Day one of the workshops, I started with an icebreaker activity called Things in Common, which helps teachers practice the empathy strategy and design thinking of digging deep through follow-up questions and inciting stories to reveal unexpected information. Next, I discussed the why of teaching and modeling the design thinking method and how it develops students into creative, empathetic problem solvers for a future that is complex and unpredictable, as well as developing their self-efficacy, the belief that change can be made. Then it was time for the teachers to actually experience the design thinking process and its mindsets through a design challenge. The teachers generated interview questions for their end user, which we instead called a focus friend. Questions that first helped the teacher designers get to know their focus friend, and then questions that were more centered on the context of the design challenge. They then captured their findings with the D-School's Story, Share, and Capture strategy to organize notes into meaningful ways based on interesting themes and patterns, resulting in insights that they use to develop their problem statement. A big part of problem statements and insights in general that I recently learned from IDOU is that they are used to also inspire others to take action, to motivate them to produce something innovative for the end user, and be memorable. The teacher designers developed their draft problem statement and then developed a new one that was more motivating and inspirational. Focusing on their problem statement, the teacher designers then started to generate as many ideas they could, focusing on quantity and even thinking up wild ideas. Next, they voted for the most intriguing and optimal ideas to move forward to the prototyping phase, or combining the best ideas into one single idea. It is important to note that during this design challenge, I did activities that help teachers understand and develop design thinking mindsets. For example, I used IDEO's Who's Life activity to help teachers get into a curious mindset as well as a beginner's mindset during their empathy work. I used a 30-circle challenge to help them practice wild ideas, but most importantly have a mindset that focuses on the aha moment instead of being stuck. I used Word Ball to help defer judgment, Party Planner, which I learned from my friend Ellen, on how to build upon the ideas of others, and then Disrupt This, a game that ties all these mindsets together. In the prototype phase, our teacher designers got into the build to think mindset, the idea that the act of building helps with thinking through your ideas. With a table full of materials, they started to create their prototypes. Since their focus friend was in close proximity, our teacher designers continuously asked him or her questions and elicited feedback during the prototype phase. It showed them how the design thinking process is flexible and not linear, and how jumping between phases is based on need. I also mentioned the art of rapid prototyping, creating low-resolution prototypes, and how teachers will often need to help students lower the resolution of their ideas, especially ideas that are very high-tech. After an hour, each team pitched their prototypes to the group and then did a silent circuit, an activity where each person goes around the room silently, takes a look at everyone's blueprint and prototype, and quietly provides feedback and suggestions using sticky notes, all captured on the feedback capture grid. Here are some of the prototypes our teacher designers created. Due to the lack of space in the kitchen, these teacher designers created an extension to their focus friend's kitchen island that includes a cutting board and a compartment to easily throw away scraps. It also can be flipped up for more storage of tools and pans. Since their focus friend and her husband love to experiment when cooking, their sessions create a lot of mess. So the teacher designers included 3 baskets for the ingredients for their entree and sides that would be hung from the ceiling. These baskets would provide easy access and improved organization and workflow. This prototype helps children to improve their conflict resolution skills with less parent involvement. Children go straight to their bears before coming to their parents when there is a conflict between siblings. The bear has a button that the child can press to hear a recording of a strategy, which a parent can pre-record that may help them resolve their conflict or help them calm down. On the back there is a slot for a rewards chart that could be used for positive reinforcement. This focus friend wants to be more environmentally friendly, so she would like to bike to the grocery store to get her groceries. However, she doesn't think this is possible with her current bike that has a small basket in the front of it. These teacher designers designed a waterproof, reflective attachment that would be clipped to the back. This wheeled attachment can then be taken into the store to be filled with groceries. It contains specific compartments for items that she needs for the dishes she likes to cook. After bringing it back home, the focus friend can carry the attachment like a backpack up the stairs to her second floor home. One focus friend has a family member who dislikes taking medication. Gabe designed a medication dispenser that alerts the focus friend when the family member takes the medication or doesn't take it. It contains a built-in video camera that records the family member taking the medication. It also incorporates a rewards program that allows the family member to purchase items she enjoys based on a point system. So that was day 1 of the workshop. In my next video, I'd like to show you day 2, where we focused more on how to integrate design thinking into learning experiences and how to develop standards-based transdisciplinary units where students get the opportunity to use design thinking to become creative problem solvers. It is important to note that a lot of the stuff that you saw today, the resources, the strategies, are in my book, Design Thinking in the Classroom. The link to the book is in the description below. Also, please contact me through my website, davidleeedtech.org. If you or your school or someone you know is interested in support or my consulting services on STEM education, design thinking, or project-based learning. Special thanks to Gabriel Surface and Alicia Osler for making this whole thing possible and being great hosts. Also, the Invent Learning Hub teachers for being great participants and learners, and the Heritage Group for allowing me to do the workshop in such a cool, creative space. Thank you for watching. Make sure you look for that day 2 video, and until next time, peace.